the most inaccurate thing your child has ever been taught in school? My daughter Emma came home in tears last week because her science teacher told the class that blood in our veins is blue until it hits oxygen. Emma has wanted to be a doctor since she was 6. Her bedroom walls are covered with anatomy charts, and she saves her allowance for medical books. Her grandmother, a retired surgeon, gifted her a genuine stethoscope that Emma carries everywhere. When Mrs. Winters started the circulatory system unit, Emma was thrilled. During the second lesson, Mrs. Winters displayed a diagram showing blue veins and red arteries. Remember, she told the class, blood is blue inside your veins until it touches oxygen and turns red. Emma politely raised her hand and explained that blood is always red, darker when deoxygenated, but never blue. The blue appearance of veins is due to how light penetrates skin. Mrs. Winters cut her off. That's completely wrong, she snapped. I've been teaching this for 15 years. Your little internet research doesn't compare to my degree. When Emma mentioned her grandmother's medical textbooks, Mrs. Winters rolled her eyes. Bring in this magical textbook tomorrow, and we'll see who's correct. The next day, Emma proudly brought her grandmother's medical school textbook, with the relevant section bookmarked. Instead of reviewing it, Mrs. Winters confiscated the book, calling it inappropriate material. She made Emma stand in front of the class and repeat, blood in veins is blue until exposed to oxygen, while classmates giggled. Emma was assigned detention for challenging educational authority. When Emma returned home without her grandmother's precious textbook, she was inconsolable. I immediately emailed Mrs. Winters requesting the book's return. Her response was dismissive. I don't need medical lessons from a child or her parent. The curriculum states blood is blue in veins, and that's what I teach. That evening, I remembered my college roommate now worked as a hematologist at the university hospital. When I described the situation, she was horrified at the misinformation being taught. 3 days later, I arrived at Emma's school with 2 guests, my former roommate, Dr. Chen, and Emma's grandmother, Dr. Reynolds, former chief of surgery. We entered during science period, interrupting Mrs. Winters mid-lecture about blue blood. Mrs. Winters looked irritated until I introduced my companions. Her expression froze when she realized she was facing 2 medical doctors, one still wearing hospital scrubs. We'd like to offer a demonstration about blood color, Dr. Chen said, placing a small medical kit on the desk. Mrs. Winters couldn't refuse with 30 fascinated students watching. Dr. Chen extracted a blood sample from her own finger, demonstrating that even without oxygen exposure, blood remains red, just darker. The blue vein appearance, Dr. Reynolds explained, is actually physics, how light penetrates skin. She displayed medical textbooks, all confirming blood is never blue. One student raised his hand, but Mrs. Winters said it's in our textbook. Dr. Chen opened their classroom textbook to show a diagram with a note explaining the coloring was for illustrative purposes only. The principal entered during the demonstration. When Dr. Reynolds mentioned the confiscated textbook, Mrs. Winters reluctantly retrieved it from her locked cabinet. Emma beamed when her grandmother returned her textbook with a special inscription. To my granddaughter Emma, whose commitment to medical accuracy will make her an exceptional doctor someday. The demonstration concluded with a live video call to a surgical team, showing students the consistently red color of blood, even in veins. The following week, the school board announced a science curriculum review. Mrs. Winters was required to complete continuing education. Emma was invited to join a special mentorship program at the university hospital. The local newspaper ran a story about how one student's dedication to scientific accuracy had sparked educational reform. Schools began implementing a question with evidence program. That medical textbook now sits in a display case in the school library, with a note explaining how important it is to always keep learning, even for teachers.